Hi everyone, so quite a while ago I got this comment requesting for me to design an axolotl, and I said no because I thought it was just way too hard, but the idea still stuck with me. So about 4 months later I tried to design an axolotl, and believe it or not, I came up with this, and I'm really happy with it because of all the detail. And yeah, it's very hard, so with that being said, let's get folding. Alright, so for this model, I would recommend that you use at least a 10-inch square of paper and make sure that's very thin and it's very durable. This model is the hardest model that is on my channel at this point, so this is not for the faint of heart. Alright, let's get started. So let's start colored side up, and first thing we want to do is valley fold in half vertical wise. So let's fold up like this. And throughout this whole time, make sure that your creases are very precise because it's very important in a model like this. Alright, now let's unfold. And now we're going to fold into thirds this way. So the best way I found to do it is just to go like this, and go like this, and then just fiddle with the folds until you get exact thirds. So this may take a little bit. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. And now let's unfold. And then let's fold all the way across now. So these are just along the pinch marks that we've already made. And we're just folding them all the way across now. Alright, now let's turn over and do the other pinch mark. Alright. Now we have to make a lot of pinch marks. So what we have to do is make a pinch mark in between this edge and this edge. So let's fold this in half. And you just want to make a little pinch mark on the top here. And unfold. Now you want to make a fold in between this edge and this pinch mark. So let's bring this over. And then again, just make a small pinch. Alright, now we have a pinch mark here. And the last pinch mark we're going to make is between this edge and the pinch mark we just made. So let's pinch it this way. Let's make the pinch. Actually, this time we're going to fold all the way across. Like that. And then now what you want to do is turn over and let's valley fold along this crease. And then let's rotate it this way. And we're going to valley fold this up so that it aligns with this edge down here. And flatten. And let's bring out this side so that the model should look like this. Alright, now we have to fold into thirds again. So let's zoom in. And on the bottom here, we're just going to fold into thirds. So again, let's do the estimation process. So let's valley fold. Let's loosely valley fold down this way, and then valley fold up, and then you want to fiddle with the folds until you get exact thirds. Alright, I think I got thirds. And then now let's fold this all the way up. And let's, so turn over. And then let's make this a valley fold all the way across. Alright, now let's turn over. And I'm starting to forget the model a little bit. Okay, I'm going to try and remember this. So let's take the fold that we just made and let's turn it into a valley fold. So that all of these folds should be valleys. So now let's I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So now let's valley fold on this existing crease. And let's rotate. And let's take this edge and fold it up to this crease. And let's do the same. Let's fold this edge up. And let's valley fold this little edge up. Alright, now repeat what we did on this flap. So let's, again, fold into thirds. Alright, sorry about that, that took quite a while. And now let's turn over. And let's unfold this. And let's make this fold a valley fold. Alright, and unfold. And let's valley fold on this crease. Rotate. And once again, you want to pleat all of these layers up. Alright, so you should have something that looks like this. Alright, now we should have this. So let's focus on this bottom corner right here. So what you want to do is take this small edge and bring it up to this edge. And unfold. And then I'm going to zoom in even more. You want to take this flap that we just folded and fold it over this way so that the crease aligns with the edge. Let's valley fold back over on the crease that we made, and let's valley fold this little edge up. Like that. And now let's unfold all of that. And then you want to reverse fold on this crease and flatten, and then reverse fold again. All of these are on the existing creases, and then reverse fold one more time like that. And then now for these two remaining flaps, you want to do something kind of similar. So let's mount and fold this inside. Sorry, reverse fold it inside. And then let's reverse fold again. And then let's reverse fold in again. Okay. And then now we're going to repeat that one more time on this flap. So let's open it and reverse fold it again. And one more time. And actually, one more time. Okay, so I'm sorry my hands were in the way for a lot of that. But when you unfold it, it should look something like this. Hopefully yours is a bit neater than mine. Alright, so let's fold that back up. I'm gonna zoom out. Alright, and now you want to repeat what we did here on this corner, and this corner. I'm not going to even fast forward it, I'll just cut to when I finished all of those three, so I'll see you then. Alright, so I've gotten all the corners done, and it should look like this. And notice that the left side is just a mirror image of the right side. Alright, so now this is the part that I kind of forget, but I'll try to remember it the best I can. So let's have the paper like this, and you want to make a fold between this point and this point. And you'll notice, if I zoom in, that this point does not align with this point, and they're not supposed to, so you didn't do anything wrong, it's supposed to be like that. Okay, now let's repeat on this side. Take this point and connect them with a valley fold. Alright, now unfold both of those, And now you want to make a fold from this point all the way up to this point. And hopefully that fold lies on this point as well. And it looks like the fold does align to this point, so that's a relief. Okay, now let's unfold, and let's do the same thing in the other direction. Make a fold that goes from this point, passes through this point, and goes up to that point. Okay, so we should have this. Now let's mountain fold in half. This is the part that I really forget, but I hope I remember. So valley fold up on just one of the creases, and then we want to squash fold down. I guess that's a squash fold. And then now let's take this edge and fold it to this crease. Unfold, and let's reverse fold. Alright, now you want to do the same thing with this one, so valley fold it up, unfold, and then let's reverse fold it inside. I guess we could have just done a petal fold. That might have been easier. Now let's fold that down. Oh yeah, this part is going to get a little weird, so just make a little pleat, I guess, behind. There we go. And then let's fold this way. And let's do the same thing. Let's fold to the center line, unfold, and reverse fold inside. Like that. Okay, now let's turn over. Let's take this edge and fold it up to the center crease like that. This part down here is getting quite messy. Don't worry, it'll get better. And then let's take this crease, let's make it a mountain fold, and let's fold it up so that this point and this point should align. Alright, I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit. Alright, now we want to make a rabbit ear here. So let's fold this edge up, all layers. It should be getting very thick here. Don't worry, we'll fix that soon enough. And let's valley fold this up here. And then let's fold them both at the same time. We should have a little rabbit ear. And let's fold it like this. Alright, and now we want to reverse fold here and here. So let's fold this up and make sure the crease goes all the way so it's like that, and then do the same with this one. Alright, and flatten, and our base should look like this. Alright, now this is kind of a tricky part, but let's open up this part and let's reach inside this pocket. Let's reach deep in there. Then you want to make a squash fold, but not all the way, just on the existing creases. Like that. And don't stretch it all the way, so just loosely flatten it here. And then let's valley fold this up and squash. So it should look like this. And then let's squash fold down, not all the way, just like this. Then let's petal fold up. Again, these are all on the existing creases. And And let's flatten. And let's spread these two out to the side. And we're gonna form a fish base. So let's remake this rabbit ear. And let's remake this rabbit ear. So we should have this. Alright, now we're gonna deal with this part. So this is gonna be a bit tricky. So let's fold 1, 2 flaps over this way, and 1, 2 flaps over this way. Actually, yeah, 1, 2, and then let's flatten it. You're aiming for something looks like a square that's cut diagonally in half, I guess. And then you want to do the same here. So it should look like that. Alright, so I've taken a bit of time to clean it up, and I realized that was kind of not a good example of how it should work, so let me just unfold it. So it should look like this, and try to straighten out the flaps so that they run nice and straight, and then fold 2 flaps upwards on both sides, and then this side just flatten it. And then you want to squash on the front and back so that it looks like that. Okay, now we're coming up on another tricky step. So what we have to do is open the model up here, and let's unfold these pleats like that. And then now you kind of want to do a zigzag of mountain folds. So all the way across this way, and all the way across this way. And these are all on the existing creases, so squash like this, and fold up. And again, with the second one, squash, and fold up. And one last time, squash, oopsie, and let's fold up. Alright, and then now if we refold everything, and then again open up 2 flaps on either side and flatten, and we should have this. We should have 4 little tiny flaps here. And then let's turn over, and then let's repeat on this one. So open it up, and let's reverse fold all of these in. Alright, and now if we fold this all back with the 2 flaps in the front and then all the rest at the back, we should have our little flaps sticking out. We should have 4 on each side. Alright, so our model should look like this. I took some time to clean it up. Yeah, make sure to always clean up your model and pause the video anytime you need to. Alright, so I'm going to zoom in for this step, and this is just about thinning the point. So we should have 1, 2, 3 flaps here. Yeah, there they are. And let's valley fold one inside, and open it up, and we're just gonna push the flap inside like that. Let me open it up again. Hopefully the camera can focus on it. Yeah, there we go. So that's what it should look like. And let's repeat that on these other 3. I won't fast forward this. So let's valley fold these 2 over. I'm just doing them both at the same time. And unfold. And then let's open it up here. And let's squash fold. I guess it's an open sink. And then flatten it. Sorry, my hands were kind of in the way, but that's what it should look like. And then the last one here. Okay, so I just valley folded it again just in case. then let's open and open sync. That's what it is. Like that. So if you open it up, if you open it all up, it should look like this. Now you want to repeat what we did here over on these 3 flaps on the left. Okay, so I've done the left side, and it should look exactly the same as the right side. So that's the left side, and this is the right side. And then repeat all that we've done with this flap on this flap. So reverse fold all 6 corners, sorry, close sync all 6 corners inside. So I won't show this, I'm just going to cut till when I finished it. Alright, so it should look like this. There are 3 open sinks on one side and 3 on the other side. It's the exact same thing that we did on this flap. So these 2 flaps right here should be the exact same. Okay, now let's do the same thing. Let's fold 2 flaps, oh yeah, plus this flap to the right, and then fold this flap to the left, and let's flatten this out, and our model should look like this. Now what we have to do is a ton of pleat sinking, so let's valley fold so that it aligns to this crease. Let's do just through 1 layer right now, and then valley fold again so that it lines up with the center crease, and let's unfold that. Let's open it up and let's pleat sink. So let's do a ring of mountains, or I guess a triangle of mountains, and then a triangle of valleys on the inside, and flatten it so the inside should look like that. And let's fold it down, and let's repeat on this side. Okay, so yeah, on the inside it should look like that. And now let's go for the next layer. So let's valley fold this up, and then valley fold it down a tiny bit, and let's unfold, open this up, and let's pleat sink. It might be a bit harder because it's more on the interior. And flatten like that, and then do the same on this flap. Okay, and then do the same thing on these 2 flaps. I'm going to mountain fold it behind just to make it a little more precise. And actually, for me a mountain fold just works fine. If you need to, you can do an extra valley fold, but in my case I don't need to. So let's open it up, and let's just do 1 pleat sink. So it's just 1 ring of triangle of mountain folds. And flatten it down, and do the same thing with this flap. Okay, now we've got, I want to say about half of our pleat sinking done. And then let's turn over, and this is kind of where I forget a little bit. Yeah, okay, so turn over. Let's valley fold this up. This is a little messy, so I'll flatten that out. Okay, this is very messy. I'm just gonna fix this off camera a little bit. Okay, I fixed it up. So, the reason it didn't work is because this flap doesn't fully lie flat. So, when you fold it upwards, it works. So, let's valley fold up, valley fold down so that it lines up the middle crease, and valley fold up once more if you need to. Alright, now let's unfold. Let's open this up, and let's pleat sink. So let's do a ring of mountains, and then a ring of valleys, And then one really small ring, or I guess one small triangle of mountains here. Open it up, it should look like this. Alright, now we only have two more, so let's valley fold this flap down. Let's valley fold this to the right, and let's valley fold up along with this flap. And then let's do the same thing here. So valley fold up, valley fold down, valley fold up one more time, and let's unfold that, unfold this, and let's pleat sync. Alright, it should look like that. Yeah, as you can tell, this process is very repetitive, but don't worry because we only have one more. Alright, so for this last one, oops, it's a bit wrong. Let's flatten this down, make sure it's nice and flat. I'm going to zoom in and let's valley fold this up to the very messy edge, and valley fold this down to the very neat center line, and then valley fold this up a little bit. Okay, now let's unfold, unfold, and let's pleat sync one last time. So let's do a triangle of mountains all the way around, and then a triangle of valleys, and finally a very small triangle of mountains. Alright, let's flatten that up so it should look like that. And actually one more step I kind of forgot. So let's open this up and let's make a little squash at the top. So just flatten it down like this, and then one more right here. So there's this little flap that should squash down like that, and then do a spread sync here at the top. So now you should have two flaps that look like this. Alright, and now one last step, which I kind of forgot, but I'll try and remember, is to take these two flaps and fold it up, and then let's fold them back down, but along with this flap too, so let's fold it down. Then if we turn over and even out the layers, that is our base. Alright, so this is what it should look like. You should have the head here, the little spiky things at the front, and these should be the front legs, these should be the back legs, and this should be the tail. Okay, so I hope you were able to fold this. This was very, very hard. Stay tuned for next week, or next 2 weeks, I guess, where I should hopefully post the tutorial about shaping this, and that will be a lot easier than the base that we just did. Okay, so I will see you next time for part 2.